So, hey guys, what is up? Thank you guys so much for being here today. Just want to shout out the people who are in the room already. So, hi to Sherry, hi Vanessa. I think Jackson was here earlier. Hi Ashley. And if you are joining us, you can go ahead and say hey and let me know if you can see me because I think there might be a little bit of delay as usual. Okay, you guys can. Hi Megapoke, hi Georgie, hi Daniel. So I think everyone in here has seen the episode, I hope. Hi, Robbie. Hi, Sandra. Hi, Brittany. If not, there was a massive thing that happened, maybe that happened at the end of last night's episode. So hopefully you have seen it. I've been really careful not to talk about it on Twitter or anything because I didn't want to spoil people. Hi, Kara. Hi, Jonas. Basically, I was confused. Now, I kind of feel like the sequence with Chanel #1's wedding felt like a dream because I know that they were engaged, but like it just seemed like the wedding was all of this, like it just all of a sudden happened in this episode. And I was like, well, that was freaking fast, you know? So, of course, Chad died, I guess, fell out of the ceiling. And I'm sorry about that, Georgie. I try not to spoil people because I've been spoiled before and I really hate when that happens. Hi, Carly. But anyway, so I hate that because I don't understand why they would kill him off because he's one of the funniest, best characters on the show. And I know a lot of people are, and like Vanessa and Ashley are saying they think that he's not really dead. And that's what I'm going to go with. I don't think he's really dead. I think it was like a dream or something like that because I just don't understand why they would kill him off, you know? It just doesn't make sense to me. On the other hand, something that bothered me that I talked about in previous videos and chats is that they keep killing off the same lame, like new people. And I just don't know why they're doing that every single week because that's so formulaic and it's so predictable. And that really bugs the crap out of me. Like they're killing all of the new people every single week. As we see, we have the Sherry O'Terry character killed and the friend of Chad's who was killed. And I'm just like, I don't care. So if they really did kill Chad off, then okay, they're really going for it and they actually killed a real cast member. So I will give them that. But personally, I love Denise and Chad. So those were the two people I really didn't want to lose. So when I was watching it, I was kind of in disbelief, like, okay, I'm just telling myself, like, this is not happening. This is not real because it bothers me. I'm going to go to your comments now because I'm seeing I'm missing a lot. So Carly is so mad about Chad, but got to hand it to the writers for taking the huge risk of killing off Chad. I mean, I kind of feel, for those of you who watch PLL, that this is one of those PLL tricks where they want everyone to be super sad and super mad because Chad is such a fan favorite. And then like next week or in a couple weeks or whatever, like they did with Boone, they're going to be like, oh my God, no, that was a dream or whatever. Sherry says Chad is one of the main reasons that she watches. And personally, he's for me and Denise. Like if we didn't have them, it just, I don't know. It's just, I love Chad. Like Chad is so funny. I mean, he's been funny this season, but he was probably funnier last season. But Isaiah also hates the patients getting killed. HLTI, I don't know how to say your name. HLTIGUE, I know you come all the time. I'm sorry. I was turning off this blanket that I have on because it's cold and I had an electric blanket on. And anyways, but it's getting hot now. Okay, hold on. I'm trying to get through all of your comments. Brittany says, I know, she knows that in the next episode, Chanel and Denise are trying to contact someone from beyond the grave. So it does make sense that Chad is dead. Really felt like that he was dead, but it's dumb, but real. It really bugs me. Hi, Ralph. Thank you for being here. I didn't want him to die. I don't know. But, you know, up until that moment, to be completely honest with you, I kind of feel like this season is just not what last season was. Maybe, and I'm just being totally honest, you don't have to agree with me, but maybe it's because it's just one of those shows that lost its magic, like after the first season. I don't know. But I mean, the fact that like we were just going down the same path by killing off the same people every time. Again, they may have killed Chad, so I can take that back. But, you know, I don't know. I was kind of not that interested in it until the end, to be completely honest. So I don't know. But I just feel like the wedding came out of nowhere. But I see a lot of people really like this episode, so I guess it's not I guess it's just me. Whatever. That's okay. Brittany says Denise is never in the show anymore, and she hasn't even been that funny. Yeah, she was on, what, just a little bit? And you're right. I mean, when she goes on and on and on about Quantico, like that really cracks me up, but she wasn't on last night, so whatever. Why didn't the green meanie kill Zayday? I don't know. I mean, that keeps happening. Like the green meanie had the chance to kill the dean and didn't, and it's just really suspicious. And I don't know. So Georgie thinks this season's better than the first one. So, you know, we all have different opinions on it. Megapoke says that Glenn Powell has confirmed he's leaving the show. Was that on Twitter? Let me know so I can repost that or Instagram or whatever. Do I know who the Green Devil, I didn't never heard him called the Green Devil, the Green Meanie. Hi, Robbie. Who is the Green Meanie? You know, I don't know. I mean, Hester obviously has something to do with it. I don't think she is the Green Meanie, but yes. Aaliyah, that's an awesome name. Reminds me of the singer Aaliyah. Thank you so much. And who first came to your mind when Hester said that the killer was obvious? To me, it's not obvious. I don't know. Oh, thank you. So Georgie says Leah Michelle confirmed on Twitter she died last season. She came back. Yes, I know. And I'm sorry, but it just makes me think of PLO. I know a lot of you watch PLO. And it's just like, they say they're dead and then they're back. Didn't like Mona's character say she was dead, but she didn't really die? I don't know. Yes, so they're really pointing the finger at Chanel 5 this season, as Jonas is saying. But that's something that they do. They did this last season. They will make everyone look suspicious. Because I think even like Chamberlain was kind of saying like, why didn't the Green Meanie kill you, Zayday? Like that was really weird. So it's like, oh, it's like kind of the same suspects all over again. And of course, Chad was convinced that the hand doctor, I can never think of his name, was the killer, but I don't think he is. But it's funny because they want you to think that he killed Chad because he was kind of looking at him like menacing from the tree. Niece just finished watching the episode and cannot believe they killed Chad. Yes, absolutely. I mean, I don't know. Like, I really came into this chat thinking that that was not real. But now some of you guys are making me think it is. So I don't know. I don't want to believe that. Like even if it's not real and they're going to have him off the show for a few episodes, like why? Because I just think he needs to be in every episode. Like I think he helps the show so much. I know I didn't really ever think that Chanel and Chad would get married, and it just seemed really weird to me. And I just couldn't understand why the wedding happened the same episode as they got engaged. I was like, so I really thought when we started seeing the wedding, the way it was shot, like to me, it really felt like a dream sequence, even before Chad died, you know? So Carly says, I've seen some photos of the wife of the guy who was killed in the flashback at the beginning of season 2 and Chanel 3. They look very familiar. Also, Grace does as well. I know some people have been commenting that they think Grace is coming back to this season, but I haven't heard anything about that. And I think I haven't gotten around to reading it yet, but Ashley sent me an article about why that character, I can't remember her real name, is not back on the show this year. So I don't know. Brittany thinks the wedding was weird. I agree. I know I'm missing a lot of your comments. Just re-comment them. They just start scrolling by. So if I missed it, it's not on purpose. Hi, Megan, or Megan. Is it Megan? Really liked my American Horror Story theory. Thank you. Okay. Well, I know this is all over the place. American Horror Story, I have a lot of hope for it, especially tonight. I hope you guys watch with me. I think we're going to see some things come into place they have to prepare for this twist. I'm trying not to talk about that show too much, but they have to put things in motion for the twist. The twist is next week. So give it some time. I'm giving that some time. I'm not loving this season like I did last. I don't know. I feel like it's the same show as last season, but I think Grace and Pete were really good characters, and I think it's kind of missing them. I don't know. I'm agreeing with Brittany here. I know several of you who have asked who do I think the killer is, and I had this thought several times, and I had it last night, and she's reminding me that Chamberlain is the killer and the baby. I agree. Because last season our baby wasn't the killer. So Hester is a killer too, is what Brittany's saying she is, or she's like working with or orchestrating or the mastermind or something. Agree. And we did finally find out that I wanted to mention to you that the Cassidy doctor, who is Taylor Lautner's character, is actually dead, which was funny because he choked on his vomit, which is obviously not funny in real life. But in this show, yeah, I laughed. I haven't watched the trailer for Scream Halloween. For those of you who watch Scream, I've tweeted it out, but I'll be live next week during the Scream special. Sorry, there's so much going on this fall with all these different shows. So it's like, wow, I know there's a lot to talk about. Yes, the trailer is up on YouTube. So Georgie hated Pete and Grace. Okay, I really like them. I don't know. Carly says that Pete has been spotted on set. Question for you guys. So I've been trying to find new people to follow on Snapchat because I love following actors like so much. So, people that actually watch on these shows. So I did find Leah Michelle, but someone told me Emma Roberts was on there, but I can't find her real account. If there's anyone else on this cast who's on Snapchat, if you tweet me their Snapchat name, because sometimes I have trouble finding them, even though I know they're on Snapchat. There's so many fake accounts of theirs. Okay, back to the comments. Carter, hi Carter, says like the episode the most out of the three because it was never really slow. Yes, agree. A lot did happen in this episode. The wedding was spontaneous, and when Chanel was giving the girls jobs and had Chanel 5 wear a saddle and a collar. That poor girl, she is so mean to her. I don't think Chanel 5 is the killer. I feel bad for her, honestly. I really do. And when she was talking about who her bridesmaids were going to be, and she looked at Chanel 5, and Chanel 5 was so excited, and she's like, you can be my ring bearer, sad. Niece also feels like this season is weaker than the first. You're enjoying it, but the first season was way more hilarious, and the mystery was more compelling. I agree. And it's not to say I'm going to quit watching or anything, and it's not to say that it can't get better, but I think that it's the same thing. We have this ridiculous looking killer costume. It's just kind of playing out the same. I don't know. Who do I think Ubere was, or who do I think Ubere is? Oh gosh, I haven't thought about PLL in a little bit. That's a good question. I'm like, we're really switching gears with all the different shows here. Megapoke finds the Brock and Chanel pairing uncomfortable to watch, especially since you watched both actors when you were younger, right? Right? I don't get it. Thank you. It's Dr. Brock, John Stamos' character. No, sure, people date older guys, whatever, but it doesn't seem real at all. Okay, Kiki Palmer, thank you. I will look her up. Hi, Elliot. Thank you for being here. Brittany says, would have shipped Chanel and Brock, but love Chanel and Chad. I love Chanel and Chad. Now, TBH, Chad is not a nice person. Maybe deep down, I don't even know. He's not, he's a jerk. Okay, let's be real. He's very cute, but he's a jerk. And yes, but the drama and the comedy with those two is so funny. PLL, is it worth watching? Asked Daniel. Yes, but you miss a lot of seasons and it gets really bad, and some parts of it, some seasons suck. Okay, just letting you know. Yeah, hi Elliot. Thank you so much for being here. Okay, let me just, I know I cover a lot of shows, and a lot of shows are on currently this fall, but for this chat, especially for people who tune in later, I'm going to just try to answer the questions about Scream Queens, just because I know when someone's trying to watch this later and they think it's about Scream Queens and I'm talking about 7 different shows, it's a little confusing. So, but if you have questions about other shows, you can always comment on my videos, any video, or tweet me and I'll get back to you. I'm just sorry. We're trying to stick to this show just because there's been so many questions about other shows and I feel like I'm not really talking about Scream Queens, which is totally fine, but I just don't want to, for people who came for Scream Queens, I'm just wanting to stay on that track. My favorite character on Scream Queens, 2 of them would be Chad and Denise, which sucks for me because it looks like Chad is dead and Denise is rarely on this season. So honestly, though, I will say, as much as she is annoying as crap, I do like Chanel #1 because I'm an Emma Roberts fan, and I really like. Part of the reason I can't get the words out. Part of the reason I watch this is for the fashion. I really enjoy seeing what Chanel 1 is going to wear, and the other Chanels. So I watch it for that too. Oh my God, yes, Brittany, I love this too. That was really funny when they figured out that Chad was actually 30 because he got held back in school for 8 years. Now, that was really funny. Do I think the Dean is actually dying? No, not unless Jamie Lee Curtis is trying to not be on season 3. I don't know. Daniel's favorite is Hester. I do love Leah Michelle. Now, I was a big Glee fan, although I did not finish out the season or the series, but she's just so insane. And I don't know, this season, I don't like her as well, but she does a great job. Leah Michelle does a great job. Kimara says Chanel said she wanted to have the wedding the next day because Chad was possibly going to change his mind. Okay, so I can see that, and that does make sense, and I'd forgotten that. So thank you. At this point, Elliot, I think the killer is Chamberlain because it makes sense because I think he's also the baby. I completely agree with Brittany here. Elliot thinks it's the Dean. I think we could also have, the scenario that we had last season where we have multiple people. There may be one big killer, but people are helping out. We know that Hester is helping out, in some way. So Carly says, to be honest, Jamie Lee Curtis brought in many horror fans in season 1, so it's unlikely. Well, I don't hope that she leaves. I mean, I hope she sticks with the series, but you know. So Brittany says she loves season 1 so much because everyone was just more funny. Chanel isn't that offensive anymore. And number 5 is the only one I really find super funny. She says, and every other character has funny lines. Yeah, I completely agree. I will never forget the pumpkin spice latte rant that Chanel went on last season. I was like dying laughing because it's so like basic and it was just so funny, you know? But I just think we could have an issue here if we have the same outcome where it's like, I mean, we have this who is the baby storyline once again, which I don't know why we're repeating that with a whole new, you know, set and some different characters and stuff. And I just feel like we kind of be repeating a lot of elements of season 1, which annoys me, just to be honest. Right, we can't forget, as Ralph was pointing out, that Dean Munch did kill her husband and pinned it on his mistress. That was kind of I think that was like the episode that sucked last season, but it's an interesting tidbit and it definitely relates to this season. I remember there was one episode last season, like only one, that everyone freaking hated because it was really slow, and I was pretty sure it was that one where they went back to that storyline to show that she was actually the person who killed her husband at the time. I don't get this either. Snowberries doesn't get why we saw the only survivor of the Halloween massacre. They spent a lot of time with that. That was a little strange to me too. I don't know. Brittany loved the episode. Everyone hated it, but loved that episode, the Dean Munch episode. Yeah, I remember I hated it, but from season 1. So Daniel says, I think the killer could be a family member of Hester's. No, I mean, personally, I don't like that because I don't know who that person is. We haven't been introduced to any of those people unless they're part of the cast and we just don't know they're part of her family. So that would just like bug the crap out of me. I don't know. It bugs me if our killers honestly are anyone that we don't know. Like, what I'm saying is we've never even seen them this season and they drag them out at the end. It's just like, seriously? Does anybody know when the finale date is for this show? I'm just curious about that. So Vanessa thinks there are 2 killers, the parent and the kid. Very, very likely. I like where you're going here. Question is, do we already know the parent? I do think we know the kid. Have we seen the parent? So Georgie thinks that Hester knows the killer because she gave them advice on how to kill. Yes, completely agree. And that's why the killer doesn't kill any important characters, because at the end they will probably pin the murders on someone. That's a great theory. I love that. I think that makes so much sense. Elliot's going to be a bit annoyed if the killer is another baby. I think it definitely could be, but I don't know. And I agree. Okay. Trying to get back. I swear it's Marlene. Okay. I should be getting back here soon. Oh, I think I'm back. Okay. It keeps disconnecting me, and it's always during Scream Queen chats. Okay. This is a really good point that Corey brought up here. Confused. Did the doctors throw that guy in the swamp then the year after the Green Mania on Halloween started killing people, or was it right after the same night? Well, something I wanted to address about the swamp, when they threw that guy's body in the swamp, is that what brings, I mean, does that mean they're going to come back to life? I don't know. What do you guys think about that? Right. Every time we talk about Pretty Little Liars, this happens. And I swear to you, when I'm doing like the live chats for American Horror Story, no one ever brings up PLL and it never goes out. So that's it. We figured it out. I hate when that happens. Really, this is a 30-minute show. Why does it disconnect me? It like seriously is driving me nuts. Why do we always have this issue? I don't know. I know who to blame, but we're not going to talk about it. Okay. So yes, but I want to know what you guys are thinking about the swamp. Like, what does that mean to this episode? It's almost like if they throw someone in there, you know, I don't know if like the killer or the original killer, right? Was that someone who had been dumped in the swamp, they were dead and now they're alive again? The green meanie is what the killer is called. I really don't think that the time amounts for this, makes a difference, because sometimes I've had live chats and they like still got for an hour and they still got disconnected, but I don't know. Yes, it happened at the How to Get Away with Murder live chat. Exactly. Maybe the live show. I don't know. Okay. So Ralph is clearing this up for us. In 85, they dumped the body. In 86 is when the green meanie came back for revenge, basically. So could the green meanie from 86 be someone different from current green meanie, right? Doesn't that make sense to you guys? So Daniel's asking what could be the connection to the 30 years ago murders. Well, the connection is probably the baby of the pregnant woman at that time in the flashback from episode 1. Her baby I think is Chamberlain, who I think is killing people, because I found it very interesting. I was curious because it looked like he was going to be killed. Hi, Mark. Thank you for being here. It looked like he was going to be killed last night, but then he was only injured. And that's kind of a trick that is used a lot in horror shows, horror movies, that when you're the killer, like as long as you get injured or something, people quit suspecting you. And so I just feel like that was on purpose. And that would also go to show that we have more than one killer. That's just what I'm thinking. Okay, I missed a lot of your comments. Let's go back up here. So Georgie says the person who called the nurse who survived the massacre sounded like Ingrid Awful. Is her last name Awful? Are you talking about Hoffel? Nurse Hoffel? Okay. So Brittany says confused when the massacre was too. He said it was a year before, and he also said they killed the guy a few weeks before, but that doesn't make sense. Michael thinks that Denise is the killer. Now, I would think that would be so funny, but I don't know. It's just funny because she's funny. I just hope she doesn't go away. This is a good point that Mark is bringing up, that the green meanie's slime could be the cure to the Dean's disease. I really like that. I think there's definitely something to that slime, to that, or to that swamp or whatever. Hi, Jennifer. I just feel like Chamberlain is the baby from 6, right? And I think Chamberlain's probably one of our killers, but I think that there is more than one killer. So Nice also feels like this season doesn't have enough characters compared to season 1. True, because when we had like the sorority fraternity, the school setting, we could bring in a lot more people, and you're right. And the problem is that they are bringing in new people, but they die. It's so obvious. They die every week. So, or they die the week after. Like we met Chad's friend, and then the next week he was dead. And I think we all called that. I remember a lot of people talking about that last week, and then he died. So, wow. Ralph says that Grace and Chamberlain are the killers. That's why Zayday was spared and Chamberlain wounded. So you really think that Grace is coming back? Now, honestly, that would be very cool. But why would Grace be a killer? What's her motivation? And where has she been? I know, Daniel, we haven't talked about it because, but the condition that the patient had this week when I was I don't know. Okay. Why are they doing this? Why? Okay. Okay, I think I'm back. Wow. Seriously. Okay. Yes. So it's like when they die, they've been cured. Yes. Thank you, Ashley. So, wow, this is serious with 2 different interruptions in 30 minutes. Amazing. Sorry, guys. Ridiculous. Hi, Esther. Thank you for being here. Alejandra, I haven't seen you, but you've probably been here and I've missed you. Thank you for being here. So Carly feels like Grace should come back and it would be a twist. I think that's genius. I agree with you and Ralph. I love that so much. She was suspected to not return and her return would be a twist. Huge. Absolutely. Like maybe a Gigi thing where the green meanie is walking out and Grace is on the side. But what is Grace's motivation? That's my problem. That's what I don't get with this scenario, with this setting. Why does she want to kill randoms. Like, why would she be killing these random new characters? What's anybody's motivation? Like, we know Hester's insane and all of that, but like, what, you know, and I can get Chamberlain, his motivation, but I don't get hers. Maybe somebody said it when I disappeared and I missed it. Vanessa thinks it's time. It's the time of day, because when Julie's live chat was at 2, the same thing happened. So yes, apparently YouTube hates when people are live at this time. I don't know. She could be dating Chamberlain. Okay. All right. Elliot thinks Zayday is in on the killings because the killer didn't kill her. Either that or what Ralph said. If Grace was the one in the outfit, in the mask, Grace was friends with Zayday and would not kill her. But Megapoke feels like the reveal is going to be disappointing. I know. Honestly, I felt like the Hester reveal was a little bit ridiculous because it was very predictable. And I was hoping I had like all these crazy theories and none of that came true. So Elliot says Grace wanted to be Kappa president. Okay, so there's some motivation. Mark says Grace could be trying to get revenge on the Chanels, so she's going to frame them. Okay, maybe she's mad that they got out of prison. Nee says maybe the green slime is the male nurse's green skin product. Okay, very, very perceptive. I like that. Jennifer says, why is the killer not killing Chanel 5 and Zayday? Yeah, that's what's weird. But no, they had the chance to kill the Dean. And remember, they ran away too, like to the elevator. So all of the main cast is getting spared, I guess, except for Chad. Although we didn't see him being killed, but you know. Carly says Grace and Wes's family had never really gone into depth. They didn't go into depth with the family. What if they had taken in the baby? So yeah, maybe, okay. So maybe Grace is somehow connected to Chamberlain, if that's the baby, right? Okay. Georgie hopes that Brock isn't the killer. I really don't think so. It's overly obvious, but you know, I don't know what this shows sometimes. So Daniel says, so Dean Munch said that the green meanie is male and she thinks their height is 6 feet tall, but they will throw out a lot of stuff like that to mess with you, to get you suspecting the wrong people. So we have to be careful when they like, especially when they say so-and-so is the green meanie, like it's usually not that person. So Elliot says it will be funny if she's not going to be in this season. True. And Carly says the baby could be the relative to the mother and Grace. And wait, who's Bethany? I'm getting PLL vibes again. Okay, yes, thank you, Vanessa. They said the cream was actually Jergens lotion. I do remember that, not slime. We have a couple minutes left. We can keep talking. We're good. We have like 3 minutes. But I just wanted to quickly say that my video with my more in-depth thoughts on this episode will be, and there's a lot of thoughts because a lot happened, will be up tomorrow. So if you're new here, please thumbs up and subscribe, because I love to have new members of the Kelly TV family. And yes, I think that's all I need to say about this show. There's a lot of other things to say about a lot of other shows I'm doing, but we'll have to do that on Twitter. If you are on Twitter, please follow me, because there's so much going on, especially with the Scream special next week. I have a lot of different shows coming up, and that's the best way to keep, you know, easily see like what's up with me, what's going on, when's the next show. There's going to be some changes to the schedule, like Friday and stuff. So please tune in. I will mention that as we go on. Tomorrow I'll mention that. My dog ran upstairs because she gets mad sometimes. Okay, should be back soon. Okay, I think I'm back now. For those of you, and I'll mention since we're at the end of this, the Halloween special for Scream is going to be next week. It's actually on the exact same time as Scream Queens, but I'm going to have to watch Scream Queens later, and I will be live on my channel here from 9 to 11, hopefully without interruptions, but who knows. So yes, 2 hours I will be live next week. so you can watch the show live with me. And by watch the show, you know, that means just watch my reaction because I cannot show the TV. But I really hope you guys will watch along with me and join me, or even if you can't watch it in your time zone, you will tune in if you don't mind spoilers for my reaction. And if you don't want to be spoiled, which is totally understandable, it will be on my channel, so you can watch it whenever after we're done. So yes, Ralph is saying that special picks up 8 months later. I'm very excited for that. So yeah, you guys who are not on East Coast time can watch that when you have time, when you watch the episode. So what would I like for the big reveal to be on this show on Scream Queens? I love all these theories about Grace coming back. I think that would be such an awesome twist, and I think they could make it make sense. And I would love that. I would think that would be just wonderful. So anyway, I still feel like we could talk some more, but I'm going to go and film this video right now for tomorrow. So this current thing that we're watching here that's been interrupted 700 times will be on my channel in like 5 minutes. So if I missed your comment, please comment on the video. And I will respond because I just missed so many between the interruptions and between there being a lot of comments, which is awesome. And I just couldn't get to everyone. So I just want to thank you guys so much for being here. Watch for my video tomorrow. Tonight, if you're an American Horror Story fan, I think it's going to be a really good episode. It's the episode before the twist episode. I'll be back at 10 p.m. Eastern to watch that with you guys. So I would love for you guys to show up to that if you're a fan of the show. There's so much going on right now with the addition of the Scream special, so it's a really cool, exciting time at Kelly TV. So I hope you have subscribed so you can stick around for all the things coming up. But thank you so much for being here. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your Wednesday, and I hope I see a lot of you guys back here tonight at 10. And if not, I'll see you guys tomorrow with my new Scream Queens video. So bye, guys.